Breaking?
Because she was mentioning AS, and you was a part of that allegedly.
I was a part of what? You don't get to say I was a part of that.
Okay. I'm saying, did you call the board yourself?
How about this? I was a part of exercising my freedom rights. Is all I'm gonna put it at. I was a part of exercising my freedom rights, just like anybody else is free to exercise theirs. I exercised my motherfucking rights. I utilized them where they needed to be utilized, and that was that. But listen, all I'm saying is this: your squabble with AS and anybody else's squabble with AS ain't got shit to do with me. All I can say is
squabble with AS. I love AS. She can call me anything she wants.
I fuck with AS. People could like her, not like her. That ain't got shit to do with me. But
I don't agree with what she's doing. I just like her. I like her personality.
Listen, everybody like what they like and what they don't like.
Yeah, I would be happy to talk to you, but I'm not going to be competing with Breaking to talk to you. So if you want to keep her up there, that's fine. I'll wait.
She's gathering her things. I don't want to I'm not going to kick her off. I don't know if she's...
Is it okay if I just wait then?
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for her to leave the panel because I was more than willing to sit up here with her. But she's like, nah, she is though.
Okay, I'm going to drop you down, Breaking, unless, do you have something last to say?
I'm just gathering my things. Can I get like another 10 minutes to just collect my belongings? I got things scattered in the bathroom and under the bed. I'm sorry, you broke my hip last night. A bitch is struggling. Can you just give me like 20 minutes?
Anti-Afro Svengalis.
There are some things that just cannot be left as they are. When it comes to the complaint process, when you have filed a complaint against a public servant or a rogue public servant, and you are seeking to find out the disposition of your complaint, there is a process that you will have to undertake. But before I get too far off into the complaint process, there's an observation I just can't resist addressing. Rumblings going on with binary, and this disclaimer is necessary. I can't speak from the side of these other sectors because I am not all up in these other sectors. I don't know the people. I'm basing it on what I'm hearing in the spaces that I do go to. I just find it very difficult to reconcile. When I hear binary talking about things that are going on, granted, if somebody's calling someone's job, I've always stated this, and they're lying, they're harassing someone, they're threatening people's families. When has it ever been okay to do that? It's never been okay. But the part that's hard to reconcile is binary is rocking with subjects that got this all going, that started this all. Binary says that he supports Dumpsy D. Durrell. Dumpsy D. Durrell is the person who got this going. The false allegations, the attacks on families, the threats on lives of others, the threats to SA, to pay contrabands to do these things, to spread vicious, horrendous lies about other people, to slander them, to try and destroy their reputations, the things that Dumpsy complains about. So I'm not understanding how binary is rocking with Dumpsy, but complaining about people doing this to him. Another thing, binary rocking with those who are involved with the Social Security situation, grown molding fingernails on the chalkboard. They were posting the information, people's Social Security information, on their community walls. How can you be rocking with subjects who engage in this conduct? It doesn't make any semblance of sense. The most horrific subject to have engaged in threats of violence to the point the FBI had to be called in to stop the idiot. How's Binary singing this dude's praises because he's running around with some porn dude? I don't make sense of it. Can you make sense of it? How are you going about acting like something didn't happen? Never confronting the issue. Having expectations here and no expectations there. That's the issue. Never confronting it. Something I also find kind of ironic when it comes to reciting history. I'm not understanding how Binary can say that Stargate benefits from being around him. Binary, why don't you tell how you became popular? How did you become really known? How did your channel get poppin', as they say? Your channel got poppin' because Stargate was marquee. Your channel got poppin' because you took Stargate away from smoke. Now, I hate to say the term take away, but fact of the matter, that Umar Johnson sector is male dominated. So I guess it's not going to look good if Binary says Stargate is the reason why I'm here, where I am today. Binary did not want to go live without Stargate. He was very nervous about doing live streams unless Stargate was there. Binary could have went for any other woman to help him build his channel. He specifically chose Stargate. So how can it be that Stargate benefits from being around Binary? Same thing with Identity Withheld. In tandem, Stargate and Identity Withheld are Binary's decompression chamber. When all of this crisis, and again, I'm speaking crisis in quotations, only from the perspective that Binary is presenting, because I don't have perspective from those other spaces because I don't go. But apparently something is going, some stuff is blown up. It was blown up before. Binary started back with regular Code Fam because he needed decompression chamber. What happens if a diver doesn't go to decompression chamber? He or she isn't going to survive. Binary, you felt you needed that. Did Stargate or Identity Withheld need decompression chamber? Maybe they do need decompression chamber. If that's the case, then it means it's a mutual benefit. It's mutually satisfying. That's how it comes out. So I just say, if you're going to speak on history, and if you're expecting explanations, if you want answers, like Binary is known for wanting answers, clarification, expecting it to be explained in minute detail. So when the time comes, when the crisis clears, Binary, be willing to answer questions that people have about the history, those that have been around, because you're not being accurate. You need to actually say what went down at the beginning, and don't paint this rosy, I've always been where I've been because of me, because that's not what happened. So let me go on to the main commentary.
Yeah, she's still talking about AAS. Her live stream was just talking about how AAS is trying to get her buried and call all the offices of everybody, the board, the state, and all that yada yada to get her fired. And she's just making this narrative, oh, I still got my job. But outside of that, do you really have a job? Are you still working? Like, come on, can you stop with all the finessing and the faking and stuff? Allegedly,
I'm not faking.
So you really didn't lose your job, because it seems like AAS is still on your ass.
Yeah, I think that if she knows I didn't lose my job. If I did, she would have been throwing her little creepy party over it or whatever. But I never got fired. Nothing ever happened. She's crazy.
But she's going on about you scrubbing this, you scrubbing that. Even to this day, do you think that might have an effect on your current position? Because if you didn't lose your job, do you feel some type of way, and it doesn't seem like you
There's nothing in my employee code of conduct that says I have to leave up my videos as long as a crazy lady in California wants me to. I can do whatever I want. That's not related to me teaching. I don't know what her deal is. Like, that's not
is what you're saying, that your board and the people just within your establishment, they're on to her, and they're not being moved by her calls and her aggression.
I mean, I'm not going to speak on that. I'm just going to say I still have my job and nothing has changed. She's a crazy lady. She needs to get some help.
And what I'm saying is, when she calls and checks up, and she calls this person, that person, because in my opinion, it sounds like she's really, although sometimes she could be in her troll bag. Let me say that, because there's many times that she made certain aggressive threats, and she was just talking her shit. She was just making content, and I want to put her past it. Like, she said a lot of shit about me and talked her shit, but she never sent me a strike. She's never, and I've used her content. I've talked shit about, and I say that respectfully. I'm talking some mess about her, but I didn't never hit below the belt. You know what I mean? But do you think
you definitely kissed her ass?
What? Do you think you hit? You said like what?
Yeah, you are a loyal servant of hers. And I thought it was weird you spent all that time begging me to talk to you again while you were still cheering her on while she was trying to hurt me in real life. Like, I don't really get that either. But again, it doesn't really matter.
I was trying to hurt you in real life. Were you trying to hurt the children?
Okay, folks, what we're not going to do is rehash over and over bona fide fact, verified facts. Carrie Ann was clean, cold, busted, referring to children in highly inappropriate ways, targeting black men for false allegations that can get them arrested and worse. We already know that. We're not going to argue about that. Carrie Ann did what she did. Everyone knows that. I thought that I had included in this clip one of the other descriptors that Carrie Ann loves to use. There's 3 of them when she's talking about me. Crazy, old, and bitch. Old was left out. I thought I had it in here, but it's not. See, what Carrie Ann is desperately seeking is for me to have the same reaction she does when people say things about her. She wants grand mal seizures and conniption fits, screaming and hollering and raging. This is what she's expecting to get from me. What she'll never understand, it doesn't even have to be about me. What Carrie Ann continues to do is violate code of conduct. These terms are terms that teachers should not be using, period. Doesn't even matter who you're talking about. I don't even have to make it about me. She's violating code of conduct. Doesn't matter who she's talking about. That's what she will never get. Her thinking is so remote. And she's up here trying her hardest to force down everyone's throat. I am so smart. Listen to me. I am smart. If she has to keep saying that, she doesn't believe that she's smart. Trust and believe she isn't. And she keeps making the same gaffes, keeps putting both feet in her mouth over and over again. And this isn't it, that she's using these terms. Well, I'll tell you one thing, that statement about my code of conduct doesn't require that I keep videos up, that's a union rep talking. Rest assured, a union rep also told her to shut the hell up, but as we know, her listening skills, on balance, are extremely poor. If and when she does listen, it's only for a brief period of time, then that immediate gratification need kicks in. That overtakes everything, and away she runs. But here is the thing. The most egregious and the most incriminating content isn't even on the page that Carrie Ann put up in a whole different location because she thinks she can avoid detection by wherever she is. And let's get that straight. She just lied, swearing up and down she didn't get in trouble, she didn't get fired, she didn't get suspended, and then she wants to tell you what I think, that I don't even think she got fired. Bullshit. I made it very clear that I don't believe she's working at that school. I said I believe she got suspended, and I believe she got fired. And I said if I was to think anything else, she would not be in front of a classroom. If I was to choose an alternative, I said She was in a room somewhere separating colored papers and colored buttons. I won't believe otherwise until I get a confirmation from another source. There's no way in hell I would take what Carrie Ann says and believe it. You're going to believe what the subject says, who you filed a complaint against, when it comes to disposition? That's what they want you to believe. They want you to believe nothing happened because they want to discourage you from again filing future complaints. So let's talk about the complaint. There's two separate issues going on here. There's finding the disposition of the complaint. That's one issue. That would make no difference whether or not Carrie Ann was still working at Tucker High School. That's irrelevant. Whether or not she's still working there, whether or not she's still at the district, I would still have every right to learn the disposition of my complaint. The second issue would be new incidents. There is a subject with a teaching credential who has gone through a complaint process, supposedly, and has re-engaged the same space, the same situation, and is repeating the same conduct. And there's nothing that Carrie Ann can say that will ever convince me that she didn't get in trouble for the things that she did. If she didn't get in trouble for the things that she did, she would continue openly doing what she did. She wouldn't change anything. She would continue with all of the protected class attacks that she did, that she claimed there was absolutely nothing wrong with. She would not have stripped down that YouTube channel. First, she started stripping down the page. Then she started dismantling the community wall. Then she would put live streams up and she'd take them down right away. Then she completely deleted the page. As you can see here, the video or live stream that I put up here, where she's completely attacking Scarlett with all these racial and these gender eviscerating terms. This is what this live stream is about. It says the video no longer exists. Well, we have a copy of that live stream, and this link here is still with YouTube. So when she wants to run around saying there were clips and snippets of videos that were doctored, that's a bunch of bull, because the whole entire live stream, if she ever wanted to challenge anything like that, could be obtained from YouTube in case she wants to say it was doctored. But the point is, she completely and totally deleted that channel. And now she's at a whole different channel with a totally different name. It's no longer Sometimes I Get Carried Away, because that's what she's known by before. Now it's that Miss Things or whatever. And there are tons of YouTube channels with the same name. So she's trying to hide. That is the point. It doesn't match with, I don't care. I said what I said it before and I'll say it again. That doesn't match with pulling everything down. So when she posts videos now, she snatches them down because she's worried about anybody hearing what she says, even if it's not on the same level of what she was saying before. But this proves here that she snatched the channel down altogether and went somewhere else. She was suspended and she got fired. So if she got fired for something like this, it stands to reason she would be worried what would happen when she goes to another job and they find out about what she's doing. So this union rep quip of, I can take down my content, it just tells you she's full of crap. If you didn't get in trouble, you wouldn't be taking down the content. She's talking about a party. She's the idiot that can't keep her mouth shut. What the hell do I need to throw a party for? I already know what happened. What is there to celebrate about somebody who can't keep their mouth shut? This is supposed to be her future that she doesn't give a damn about. This is supposed to be her career that she doesn't protect. She's the one that doesn't have control over her behavior. The fact that she wants to draw everybody else into it, oh yeah, okay, let's go. The fact that she wants to run around leveling false accusations of black men doing things to children they didn't do, yeah, she needs to be on stage. And Carrie Ann can run around and complain all day, every day about what I'm doing. That's not going to stop me from doing it. There isn't a single thing that I'm doing that's illegal. I'm calling attention to someone with a teaching credential that should not have a teaching credential based on the things that she's doing and saying. And she continues to do and say these things despite being fired, despite the union telling her, if you want to hold on to a teaching credential, you need to stop what you're doing. Her thought process is so remote, people. She's like Rhoda from The Bad Seed, really thinks she's so smart and is not at all. It's this pseudo type of presentation where I got it all together. No, it's just temporary, really emphasizing a need to impress others, and it just crumbles like an eggshell. As soon as you put a few questions to someone, they just unravel. And this is what Carrie Ann does. Cannot sustain anything tangible, worthwhile listening to. She just completely discombobulates. That's Carrie Ann. This bullshit about me calling all over the place, or anyone in AFW calling all over the place, is just that bullshit. I also realize Carrie Ann is going on a fishing expedition. She wants to find out what we're doing. And I realize this. I fully realize she's seeking information. But you heard her, all this confidence, this pseudo-confidence. I still have my job. Nothing happened to me. ... Then she says, I don't want to speak on it. Nothing happened, but she's scrubbing her channel and comes up with the union rep quip. There's nothing in the code of conduct that says I have to keep videos up. What happened before, folks? When she said she didn't apologize for anything. So not only did she scrub a channel, she deleted the other channel. But there is a development, people. I kind of glossed this over. I'm going to give you a little bit more detail. I got a clip of Carrie Ann gay bashing on another platform. No, she wasn't gay bashing on the second, third, fourth, whatever channel it is. It's not the same channel that she deleted. Now let's talk about employment, because I said she got fired, but that doesn't mean she didn't go and apply for another job. Whether she stayed at that job, which I don't believe she did, or went and found another job, it wouldn't make any difference. She doesn't want them to know what she's doing on YouTube. Gay bashing, in addition to gender-based attacks, age, mental health condition. This is all about the Georgia Education Code. Unfortunately, she was given a teaching credential that she never should have been given, but she's violating Georgia Education Code, operating far outside the scope of the teaching credential. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to find out where these spaces are that Carrie Ann has been going. That was just one clip. No one is going to be surprised. I guarantee you, she's doing the same thing she was doing before she started snatching down live streams. No doubt the union rep told her to stop. And when I say told her to stop, warned her, if you intend to hold on to a teaching credential, this is the shit you shouldn't be doing. Like I said, she's hard-headed, doesn't listen to anybody. But we're going to find out where Carrie Ann has spewed her latest garbage. And we'll go from there. What we're not going to do is expect YouTube to make a decision about the moves we're going to make. And listen to Carrie Ann about a disposition with respect to a complaint filed against her. It makes no difference how much Carrie Ann kicks and screams and whines. If Carrie Ann didn't want complaints going in on her, she should have kept her mouth shut. what she doesn't know how to do. But guess what? That's Carrie Ann's problem. It's not going to matter what names that she calls. I'm just going to continue to report her. Yes, it's not harassment. If you have someone with a teaching credential who's acting like this, you have someone with a teaching credential here on YouTube engaging in all these anti-protected class attacks. You have someone with a teaching credential conducting themselves in this manner. It's absolutely something the public needs to be aware of. I'm going to continue to make sure the public is aware of the situation with Carrie Ann. And there are many options by which that word can get out. It's totally legit. It's 100% legal. Listen, folks, I'm going to continue to keep you updated. In the meantime, you know the drill. Buyer beware.